One of the other things that we wanted to kind of recap and reiterate in this segment for those that might have missed it in the first segment is believing the victim and how important that is. So very briefly, can you touch on that again for those that are just joining us or might have missed it?
Sure. Start by believing. It's simple, but it's so difficult for people. But it really is simple to start by believing. If even if you don't understand what's happening, it is okay. But you need to believe that that person is experiencing something. One of the things I often hear from folks is, "Oh, that person is having a mental health crisis. There's no way that can happen." And while yes, that cybercrime might be traumatic enough that that person may want to seek mental health services, saying that someone is experiencing something and that they're crazy, that couldn't possibly happen, could devalues what that person is saying. And I have had many victims reach out to me and said, well, my grandchildren think I'm crazy, but I know something's going on. I feel it. And maybe there isn't anything going on, but slowing down and saying, I hear you, I validate you, and let's think it through can be really helpful for someone. And it could be life or death for victims. For victims experiencing intimate partner violence or domestic violence, it could be life or death when it means that someone doesn't or chooses not to believe them. And then lastly, thinking about too that believing doesn't always mean that we have to have the answers. So we can, as community members and support, say, yes, I believe you, I hear you, I honor what you're saying. Now let's find an expert. Let's find someone in our community like law enforcement, like victim service professionals, like private investigators who can help us figure out what's going on and get you some help and support and recourse that you deserve.
So important, Rachel. And let's not fail to mention your organization, the National Center for Victims of Crime, a great starting point. If someone's in a situation like this, they're experiencing some type of cybercrime, they don't know where to start, either with reporting or to get help. Your organization has so many resources to help victims across the board, whether it's from a legal standpoint, from a healthcare standpoint, reporting standpoint. There are so many resources there. And I want to thank you and your organization for the work you do every day in that area. It's huge. It's huge. And I think will have a huge impact on victims, helping them recover and get through just some of the trauma that's surrounding the issue.